everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight at the Living Well uh, program. Pastor Brad cannot be with us tonight because guess what? He's celebrating his wedding anniversary. Yes, Pastor Brad and Donna are celebrating their 43rd, I think, wedding anniversary. And so congratulations, Brad and Donna. We're really happy for you. You're an example to so many of us that look forward to celebrating that uh, number of years together. That's definitely something great. So I am really, really excited to be able to be with you tonight. He's not here, and Donna, we're giving them the night off so that they can celebrate their anniversary, but we do want to keep on talking and just continue the conversation about important things concerned with mental health, concerned with our lives in general, our hope tanks, and we really do want to be full. So first of all, let me connect here on my phone and see if I can look at your comments. I see a couple of people are watching. Thank you for being with us. And please let us know where you're watching from. And tonight, I have a special question for you. I want you to share with me one reason why you're grateful tonight. One thing you're grateful for tonight. Just pick one and write it down in the comments, please. I'll be looking at my at the chat. So go ahead. I can share some ideas with you. For example, I'm really grateful for my family, of course. I'm really grateful that we know the Lord. I'm really grateful I'm able to be here with you tonight. So while we wait for more people to join us, I can wait for a couple of people to write down in the comments how many of you are grateful for where you live. You can be grateful for your health, certainly. And even if you're going through trials, there's no reason why we cannot be grateful, even in the midst of trials. I know a lot of people who are going through health issues right now, but one thing I do admire in people is when you're able to be in the middle of a test and still say, you know, the Lord is good. God is good. And that's what we're grateful for. So tonight, you could have guessed my topic by now. I will be talking a little bit about gratefulness, the power of gratefulness, and how sometimes we get so used to it. We think, oh yeah, of course it's something positive to be a grateful person, but we don't really realize the impact that gratefulness can have in our health, in our minds, and in our success in our lives. It has great impact. And in just a couple of minutes, I'll be talking about that with everyone. I want to share some insights. I was reading in one of Dr. Caroline Leaf's blogs about this, and it really clicked on me, made a click in my head. It's so important. So for people watching, please go ahead and write in the comments, say something, say your name, say where you're watching us from, say why you're grateful for tonight. I'm giving a couple of minutes before we start off with the topic so that more people can join us. Thank you, Sue. I can see you're watching us, Sue Brow. Thank you for being online. I'm certainly glad to see you're here. So anyways, I think I can start off with the topic now, and it's gratefulness. As I told you, we don't have to wait till Thanksgiving to be grateful and to practice gratefulness. And so if you want to be successful, if you want to feel better, to think more clearly, we have to get into the habit of practicing gratitude. And we know it's good. We know it's good, but did you know that It's essential to be grateful, um, even to be able to fulfill your desires for the future. Did you know that, in fact, gratitude changes your body for the better? It is a really powerful thing. It's like a medicine and it's free. Isn't it something? So it does, research shows that our biology changes on when we are thankful. It increases our longevity, our ability to use our imagination, our ability to solve problems. All of this increase when we are people that practice gratitude, that don't take it for granted. We just don't take even the smallest things for granted. Like, I was in a prayer meeting earlier on today, and somebody prayed, and when she was praying, she said, Lord, you know what? Thank you for prayer. Thank you that we can pray to you. Please don't ever let me take this for granted. And I thought, oh my God, she's so right. We should really be grateful. And if we get into the habit, we might find it's a powerful thing. So it has mental health benefits, as well as increasing our years to live, our ability to use our imagination, and our ability to problem solve. And it helps with the ability to bounce back quicker during hard times. Gratitude is super essential to overcome difficult circumstances and achieving success in every area in our lives. And I was just reading some statistics that really, not statistics, just facts. I'm sorry. I was reading some facts that really amazed me. For instance, the average person, guess how many thoughts per day has an average person? How many thoughts would you say we have? Thank you, Neff Warren, for sobriety and a stable mood. Definitely, yeah. We're grateful for that. That's a great thing to celebrate. And thank you for commenting. So how many thoughts per day do you think we have? What would your guess be? There's an average of 30,000 thoughts per day. Imagine our brains all day producing those thoughts. And if we have a thought life that is out of control, if we have a thought life that it's just left to act randomly, if you want to say, we can even make ourselves sick. Like, for example, fear. Fear, it's shown to trigger more than 1,400 known physical and chemical responses. More than 1,400. A thought of fear triggers more than 1,400 physical and chemical responses and activates more than 30 different hormones. That's what we know. Imagine, I believe there's more. So when we have toxic waste generated by toxic thoughts, we might even, get some ailments. And there's a research that shows that conditions like diabetes and skin problems and asthma and other conditions can result from a lack of control in your thought life. So we really should be paying attention to this. And so if we cultivate an attitude of gratitude and we starve all that is negative, it's really good. It's powerful. So thank you, Ivana from Brownsville. Thank you, Lisa, for watching. Thank you, Nancy, and thank you. Thank you for being Dani from Guatemala. It's great to have you all here. I'm sorry I'm looking sideways because I'm looking at my phone to be able to see who's watching us and see who's commenting, making some comments. We're always happy to read out what you have to say. Be part of the conversation. Don't be shy. Just go ahead and write whatever your thoughts about what I'm saying are. So I like this example Just as fire cannot survive in an environment of water, so toxic thinking cannot survive in a neurological environment characterized by constant gratitude. That's a powerful image in my mind. I'll let you absorb that. So I do want to encourage people as they're watching to think of a list of things they're grateful for. I know when you start, it's difficult to stop. And first of all, you might have trouble starting, but when you do start, it starts to flow. So yeah, exactly, Warren. Faith and fear cannot coexist. That's correct. That's correct. We need to choose faith over fear, and we know in Fresh Hope we have learned that many things we have to choose not to. It's not just about feelings, but about choices. So that's how we choose to have a full hope tank, for example, even though our mood might not be very well at a certain moment. So I want to give you ideas, and just 3 quick ideas of how to be a more grateful person, not just a person that thinks of being grateful just when things are going great, or just a person that thinks about being grateful in Thanksgiving or at Christmas or New Year's Eve, but just a person that when people look at you and what they pick up from you is that you are a person that practices gratitude. Hey, I want to be that person, I want people to remember me. I want it to stand out in me that I am grateful. First of all, for what the Lord has done in me, because I'm a living miracle, but then for all the things that I have in Him. And so, yeah, Lisa, thank you for sharing. Lisa says she's grateful for her family, her cats, her lizards, her husband, and thankful for all of them. Awesome, Lisa. Thank you for sharing that list. That is very important that we never take these things and people and pets for granted, for sure. I'm grateful for my dog, Boston. He's the sweetest dog. He likes to sit by my feet as I'm working on my laptop, and it keeps me company. And anyway, so 3 practical ways of becoming a more grateful person. And one of them would be to practice the pause. So every time you find yourself feeling a little frustrated or overwhelmed, or perhaps even a little down, just be intentional about even getting out a little piece of paper and scribbling down 3 reasons why you should be grateful. And I don't say should as accusatory, just as it's more like being motivated to be grateful. You know what I mean? It's like perhaps you can text or call a friend and just say, hey, you know what? I'm grateful that I have you in my life. Or perhaps you can just write a post-it on a post-it note and say, I'm grateful because even though I'm going through these trials, I'm alive and I'm okay and the Lord is with me. Just practice the pause and be intentional about focusing on what you are grateful for. Second way of becoming more intentional in being grateful is just meditate. If you start every morning if you have that habit of meditating on what you're thankful for in your life, it's like, I remember that song from when I was a child that said, so if you worry and you can't sleep, you can count your blessings instead of sheep and then fall asleep. Now, I don't mean to be singing out here in the Facebook Live, but just to, maybe some of you would recognize that song. It's a Christmas song. And so it says, fall asleep counting your blessings, just practice meditating and recognizing the blessings, and you'll get better at it. You'll see that you will progressively be a more grateful person. I'm still reading the comments and hoping to get some more input from you guys. Don't be shy. So the more good you see in your life in the now moments, the happier and the more successful you're likely to be at school, work, life, and in the future. And Willie Nelson once said, when I started counting my blessings, my whole life turned around. And yeah, as I read this and as I talk about it with you, I do believe in the powerful thing that being grateful is, and I do want to start practicing gratefulness in my life some more. Of course, apart from practicing the pause when you're feeling triggered maybe, or just uncomfortable with how some things turn out, in addition to meditating every morning on the things you're grateful for. Oh, thank you, Lisa. You're grateful and happy for your job. That's wonderful. And Mario Bernal is saying greetings from Houston. Hey, thank you, Pastor Mario. Greetings. I'll see you in person next week, God willing. So I'm excited about that, Pastor Mario. I'm grateful for that, talking about gratefulness. So apart from practicing the pause, meditating every morning, and cultivating a grateful mindset, a third practical way to become a more grateful person is to volunteer. And yeah, you heard me right. If you volunteer, if you find an organization and join their volunteer team, and hello, here at Fresh Hope, we need volunteers. We need more hope coaches. We need more facilitators. We need you to volunteer, for example, at the upcoming Celebration of Hope. If you live in Omaha or Lincoln or in the Nebraska area, we're looking for volunteers to help with Celebration of Hope. So if you volunteer with an organization and you help those in need, you will realize just how blessed you are. It's a great way to put gratitude into practice. Warren Neff Jr., one thing that helps me is not focusing on what's going on in the world, politics, government. I just try to focus on ministry opportunities. Amen. That is such a good point. When one starts to look at the state of the world, or just finish watching the news, sometimes it's so hard to not get overwhelmed or worried or anxious, right? If you focus on the Lord and what the Lord will do for you and with you and through you, in spite of how everything is, then you can just have peace. And it's not in vain that the Bible so many times tells us, be grateful, be thankful. You know what? And I don't remember the Bible verse exactly right now, but there's a Bible verse that says, be thankful, and the peace of God that surpasses all understanding will guard your hearts and your minds. Isn't it a wonderful picture to see the peace of God standing outside of your heart, standing outside of your mind, as if it was a guardian, a soldier guarding your mind and your heart. And that is the peace of God. But what happens before that? What comes before that? It's be thankful, be grateful. The Bible is emphatic in telling us that. Lisa, you love volunteering. I know you, Lisa, and I'll never forget you from Anchor of Hope. I love seeing you when I get to visit Anchor of Hope in Omaha. And that is wonderful, Lisa. So gratefulness, gratitude is a powerful thing. It's proven that it does release neurotransmitters and neurohormones that will boost your mood and focus and clear thinking. And it just, it activates a flow of positivity and just wellness in mental and physical health. So that's a little bit about gratefulness. It's powerful. It's enough to get us thinking about this. And I do want to leave a couple of minutes to read more of your comments. What do you have to say? Perhaps you have a prayer request. Just share it in the chat. We'll make sure we pray for you during the week. Perhaps you are grateful for something that you hadn't realized you were grateful. Just go ahead and write it in the comments. We want to hear from you. And while you do that, let me just remind you some things that are happening in Fresh Hope. And I'm so grateful for Fresh Hope. Those of you who know my testimony and know how Fresh Hope was like a lifesaver that the Lord threw at me when I was at my last. And I'm so grateful for Fresh Hope, and I'll just forever be grateful to the Lord for bringing it to me in spite of the many, many miles apart. So anyways, what's happening in Fresh Hope? It's the upcoming celebration of hope I was telling you about. If you live in the Omaha area or in anywhere in Nebraska, really, September 22nd, that's when you are going to want to set that date apart, 7 p.m., go to the relevant centers, relevant church. There's going to be a lot of surprises. We're expecting to have a big crowd just celebrating what the Lord has done for us. That's a way to practice gratitude for sure, sharing your testimony, telling what the Lord has done for you. And we're going to have a concert by Sandy Patty. We're grateful for that opportunity that we're going to have Sandy Patty with us. And it's really not expensive at all. It's only going to cost $35. And even if you buy your ticket before August 15th, I was going to say April, but it's before August 15th. If you buy your tickets before then, you can use the promo early bird and you will get even $5 off your $35 ticket. So it will only cost $30. And it will be a great opportunity to see you. I would love to meet you in person. I would love to see you there. And that's one big thing that's going on for us here at Fresh Hope. So please do stay tuned. What else are we grateful for? Can anybody else share? I'm grateful for the celebration of hope that we're having. I'm grateful for all of the Fresh Hope community, the groups. I'm grateful for Pastor Brad and Donna, for sure, for all the people he's put in our lives. We're grateful. And like I said, even not everything has to be perfect for us to practice gratitude. In fact, when it's more powerful, it's when things are the hardest and you're still finding reasons to be grateful for. That's when it can do the most, it can be more beneficial for us to practice gratitude. So anything else, Lisa? You want to say a farewell message, Lisa, Mario, Warren, Neff, and the rest of our friends that are watching, Gabby, Yvonne, Sue, if you have any farewell messages or comments as we close this Living Well. Yes, I'm grateful for the beautiful days outside. That's right, Lisa, thank you. And I've heard that the weather has not been very kind in Omaha lately. Is that true? I've heard that temperatures have been rising a lot. Even warmer than here in El Salvador. In El Salvador, what we've been getting is rain, lots of rain, and we're grateful for rain, and we're grateful for the sun as well. Thank you. Thank you, Warren, for your kind words and for joining us. It's awesome. If you want to be in touch and learn about ways in which you can volunteer at Fresh Hope, don't hesitate in emailing me. My email is Samantha, just like that, Samantha at freshhope.us. So it's easy to remember, and it would be great. Lisa says it is hot, but it's beautiful. We have the sun. Hey, that's great. Every time I've been to Omaha, it's been cold. So I can imagine having the sun and having warmth is feeling great. Anyways, thank you everybody for joining me. Thank you for watching, for bearing with me, for commenting. I love it. And please stay tuned every Thursday night with Pastor Brad, 7 p.m. Central, right here in the same place. God bless you, everyone. Bye.